Greetings, scholars. In this lesson, you will learn how to subtract. So there are many situations when it comes to subtraction, and let's review our poem here. More on the top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door, get 10 more. So if you have more on the top, that just means your top number is higher and you don't have to borrow. But if you have more on the floor, that means you have a bigger number on the bottom, and then you have to go next door and get 10 more. So let's start with the first situation where there's no borrowing. So is 8 higher than 3? Yes. So what's 8 minus 3? 5. Is 2 higher than 1? Yes. So what's 2 minus 1? 1. Is 1 higher than 0? Yes. So what's 1 minus 0? 1. It's like saying 1, take away nothing. And what's 4? Let's see what's going on with our focus here. What's 4 minus 2? Is 4 higher? Yep, so you can just subtract. Put your 2 here. And what's 5 minus nothing? 5. So your answer is 52,115. So let's go to the next one. Look at this. Borrowing. So is 2 higher than 1? Yes. So then you just write your 1. Is 2 higher than 1? Yes. 4 higher than 5? No, we have a problem here. So you're going to borrow from the 6, make it a 5. That borrows 10, groups of 10. So then you do 10 plus the 4 you already have. That's 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. 5 minus 3, can you do that? Yeah, so that's just 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. And 2 minus nothing is 2. Remember, if at any point you need to pause and rewatch, please do it. Double borrowing. Let's look down here. So 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 5. Oh, you can't do that because 1 is lower. Borrow from the 2, make it a 1. The number you borrow from always goes down 1. And you always give in 10. You do 10 plus what's already there. What's 10 plus 1? 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 1 minus 3, oh, we can't do that either because 1 is lower than 3. So this is what it means, more on the floor. Go next door. So look, more on the floor, more is higher. 3 is higher than 1. Borrow from the 4, make it a 3. You always make this number go down by 1. You're borrowing groups of 10. What's 10 that you borrowed plus the 1 that's already there? 11. So you can just put that 1 right in front. 11 minus 3 is 8. Bring your comma down. 3 minus 7, you can't do that either. So you have to go next door, borrow from the 7, make it a 6. This becomes 13. 13 minus 7 is 6. Put your 6 here. And then 6 minus 5, well, that's higher. 6 is higher, so you can just do that, which is 1. And then 5 minus 1 is 4. And also, always remember that this overall number is going to be higher, and this has to be lower, but in each place it also has to be higher. Let's do this next one. Borrowing with zeros. 0 minus 7 you can't do. Can't borrow from this 0. Go next door. Can't borrow from this neighbor. Go next door to this neighbor. Can't borrow from 0. So you go all the way over to the 80. Cross off the 80. Make it a 7. That gives 10 to here. But then you cross this off. Make it a 9. You know why? Because you have to give this 10. Then you're going to borrow from this 10 and make it a 9 to give to the 10 in the 10's place. Cross off that 10, make it a 9 to give to the 10 in the 1's place. This stays 10 because is there anything else that it needs to borrow to? No. So then 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 3 is 6, 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 4 is, 5, and then 7 minus 1 is 6. So then your answer is 65,563. And let's do our last one. Borrowing with zeros in the middle. So let's look at this. You have 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. You didn't have to borrow. 8 is higher than 5. 4 is higher than 2. But look, 1, is that higher than 4? No. Borrow from the 5. Make it a 4. Make this 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. 4 minus 6, you can't do that. You can't borrow from 0, so you have to go to the 7. Cross off the 7, make it a 6. But then that has to give, you can't skip this, so you have to give this 10. But then who needed to borrow? The 1,000's place, this 4. So you have to cross off this 9, this 10, make it a 9, and make this 14. What's 14 minus 6? 8. And what's 9 minus 8? 1. And what's 6 minus 3? 3. What's 1 minus nothing? 1. Then bring your comma down. Your answer is 1,318,723. That is a review of borrowing in different situations.